Hi there, this is Dr. Eve Ruiz, owner of SpiritSpeaks MD. Thank you so much for tuning into this channel to receive divine guidance for the week of September 30th through October 6th. We are right now in the waning crescent moon phase, which is leading up to the new moon, which comes on October 6th. We've talked about full moons before. Let's have a few words about a new moon. New moons are the very start of the next moon cycle. This is carrying the energy of new beginnings, making it a good time to plant seeds for a new endeavor, to take steps toward a new goal, or to start manifesting something you want in your life. Well, where does that leave us in the earlier part of the week? We are right now in what is called the waning crescent moon phase. The waning crescent moon is about, spiritually, allowing an inner shift inside so that we release whatever is no longer serving us, a sort of clearing of the slate, so to speak, so that we have more to work with the next new moon. It's important to let go of limiting beliefs, stories, relationships, perspectives, so that we may reflect and think on what we can bring in to replace that when the next new moon comes. FYI, before I get into the meat of this episode, I want to make mention that on October 2nd, we celebrate International Day of Nonviolence. Is it any surprise that this is also Gandhi's birthday? No, the two are quite related. One way that you can celebrate this Day of Nonviolence is to do a random act of kindness. How much more opposite can you get from violence than by basking in kindness? All right. And now I'd love to announce for last week's episode, we had a drawing for an actual empowerment reading with me. When I do these brief episodes, I must cram the meanings of a few cards into very few minutes. And so this format has one level of depth, but when I am one-on-one with you, I immediately find out what your concerns are. I go to Spirit and receive a boatload of information having to do with what the prognosis looks like for what's going on, what are the main issues that may be blocking success, as well as what you may have going for you. And then we go more into how you can manifest, what are the best strategies for you to take, and we go on from there. And so, who has won this special session with me? Congratulations, Karen W. You will have gotten a notice by text by the time you see this. So please, everyone, congratulate her. And keep your ears open, maybe for other opportunities. You never know what might come up for you here. Now, I am going to use the Angel Tarot card deck for what to do when you want to release. What obstacles might you come across? All right, I'm now picking the cards. 1, 2, and 3. First, we have the Page of Air card. You see someone here with a sword, flanked by animals that are higher up on the food chain. This card says, challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. Well, this sounds like a tough way to start the week. You know what? It's going to be as tough as you decide to make it, with the perspective that everything's going to go to hell in a handbasket this week. Just as I mentioned last week, what we want to see, based on the perspective we keep, we will see in what surrounds us. So let's take this challenging information and do something positive with it. Maybe we want challenging information because that's the only way that we know that we can know what needs to be changed so we can make it better. Bring it on. I want to get better. Delays or changes to plans. These delays or changes could possibly be divine intervention, switching things up so that in the end, you end up with their help manifesting more of what you were actually looking for. And it could go even beyond that. It could be that this action is helping you to manifest that which you didn't even know you wanted, that you weren't even aware of. Truth delivered without tact. Funny. Just last week, we were talking about Michaelites and Archangel Michael himself, who tend to get down to the truth of a matter without using much tact. So, okay. So it looks like Michaelites are in full force this week. That's all right. We prefer tact, but when we put our ego a little off to the side and just say, you know, I really do want to hear just how it is, because that way I can make a more precise assessment and get to the result I want faster by making exactly the changes I need. Again, bring it on. Next, the Empress card. The number on the top of this card is number 3. We have a beautiful archangel here holding a baby. And we have little animals, sort of like a Snow White scene here, surrounding them. There is a lovely waterfall in the back. The card states, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Well, since we've used the first card, the Page of Air, to deal with challenging information, and then to do the waning crescent moon thing and clear our slate of the things that no longer serve us, we are making room then for giving birth to our dreams for the new moon. Lavish abundance can come to us when we make room for it. Nurturing ourselves and others is also here. Nurturing ourselves can include our vulnerable side, our usually brave and daring side, which now is scared to death of the huge step it took outside of its comfort zone. It could be also you're taking care of any chakra or portion of you that was recently wounded. It's good to gear up for the later part of this week. Finally, we have the Page of Earth card. This is the second page. 2 out of 3 cards are the page this week. The Page of Earth, which is equivalent to the Page of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, is the card of dreams and desire. This is about desire to manifest your dreams in the material world. We could be talking about a hobby, a new business venture, or the beginning of an educational experience. This card says, good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. This is a good time to be scholarly, act dependably, be patient, and you can achieve success. Well, that about wraps up for this week. We have the Empress card. We have the Page of Air, which is about pragmatism, being logical, honest, curious, allow a little bit of impulsiveness there, and deal with that challenging information. Turn it on itself so that you actually can manifest your best this week. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe so that when you click the bell, you'll get notified of each new episode. Also, I would like to invite you to text me with, because we're now in year 2 of this series, anything that you would like for me to include in this series. I am listening, so please give it to me straight. I'd like to know how I can make this program better for you. I wish for you to stay healthy, to be blessed, and most of all, to be beautifully, exquisitely authentic you. Namaste.